On top of a piano.
On top of a grand piano.
There were no tables.
Yes, I had to make, there was no tables. We were backstage. The only flat surface that we had was a black grand piano. And when I tell you, you have to be resourceful in event design, that is not an understatement. You have to be resourceful in event design. You have to use the tools that are at your disposal, because if you don't use the tools that are at your disposal, you're doing yourself a great disservice. That's what being creative is all about. Being creative is about taking whatever you have and making something out of nothing. Making something out of nothing. So I think that's important to remember, when you're doing a DIY birthday party, even if you're not in event design, sometimes things don't work out how you think they should. You can plan 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you still have to make sure that you have a plan B. You still have to make sure you have things in place where if plan A goes wrong, I have something I can go back into.
Right.
Yes. Okay. She says, love this. I wish people really understood what we go through during events. Listen.
Honestly, you can put yourself into some of the most nerve-wracking situations, and it's not on purpose.
Right.
Sometimes it's the weather. You can't plan for the weather.
People are late. The event starts. Anything.
Correct. Guests are late.
Right.
The DJ isn't there. There aren't enough tables. They were supposed to be providing tablecloths. It's a number of things that go into creating a good cake.
Absolutely.
You can make a cake, but it isn't going to taste good.
Right.
In it. Like, there's so many moving parts when it comes to event planning. Like,
for sure.
Sometimes it can be unpredictable. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you are a small business.
Right.
For a small business.
I agree.
At the end of the day, when you're trying to grow and you're trying to expand,
right,
you only have your name. Your name.
That's it.
Weighty, because people are finding you by hearsay. They're finding you by reviews and things like that, because you can't be everywhere. Someone else has to carry your name out there.
That's right.
So that people are able to find you. And if you did an excellent job, considering the fact that the lights went off, the person didn't bring this and that, this, and you still made it look like it was the most amazing thing
right.
that they have ever seen.
Right.
You are a good event planner.
You are a good event planner. Absolutely. I think that is it. You know, you always have advantages and disadvantages to everything you do. I think that as long as the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, right, you're good. That doesn't change in event design. There are things that we love about doing this. We wouldn't be doing it unless we loved it. But there are some things that we definitely have to work through in order to make things go as planned. But all in all, it's been an amazing 2022. I would take nothing for it. I think we've had the best time in growing and learning. And this is the thing about a business like this, is that you never stop learning. I think in life, period, you should never stop learning. But in event design, everything, question for you, how do you get family? Listen, what's your name? Qualisha. I'll say this, Qualisha. Your best business will come from people you do not know.
There you go.
Your best business will not come from your family and friends, even though they may support you. They will expect more for less, and I'm telling you this. It's just the way it is. Now, if you want to go to church, we can go. You said that he said a prophet was not going to be respected in his own home. So people that are familiar with you will seldom see your value. So when you're doing your marketing, when you're doing your promotions, make sure you're expanding your audience, because the people that know you, grew up with you, know your nickname, know everything you did when you were little, they're not going to see how wonderful you are, how resourceful you are, how creative you are. They'll see it, but will they value it to the utmost? Probably not. Our best business has come from people we don't know. And let's say this, even people in your community that know you, they probably won't either. They'll like it, they'll love it, but the best business we have had is from people who are outside of our regular scope of every day. So I will say that. And it's hard because, you know, the anytime something is getting ready to go on, who you think they call? They call the one they know is going to make it beautiful, excellent. And you come running, but sometimes, let me tell you, you got to set boundaries. That's another thing. We had to learn about boundaries with people. Don't call us at the last minute. Don't, you know, your event is tomorrow. Okay, well, we'll be praying. We'll be praying for you.
Yeah,
We'll be praying. We'll pray for you. And because at some point, you know, let me say this: emergencies happen all the time. We're not immune from that. But what I'll say is, some people will take advantage of the fact that they have close proximity to you, and they'll wait because they think you're going to be available. But sometimes my sister and I have not been available when someone has needed us, because they waited until somebody else had paid for our time to be somewhere else. Right. Yeah, the theme is boundaries. Yeah. And you know, it's something that we're continuing to learn. It's something that, you know, you can continue to you know, change around and see what things look like. Do this for 6 months, see what it looks like, then do your little changes. It's an evolving process. Nothing is ever going to stay the same. That's life. Nothing is ever going to stay the same, just like design. The things they were doing for weddings in 1970, we're not doing that no more. The things they were doing in the 30s, we're not doing it. Things have changed. You know, in the 70s, they probably didn't have people that were changing their wedding dress when they got to their reception. They probably didn't have all these lights that can project an image on the floor. You know, as we grow and we advance in technology and in methods, we got to evolve. We got to be willing to, you know, make the change. So I think it's all about being flexible. So yeah, that's something that we learned. We continue to learn, and we just tell everybody, just make sure, expand your audience, because there's so many people that are looking for you. They're looking for you, but sometimes we say, oh, well, I want my, you know, these people to help me out. It will come from the people you expect the least. Your congratulations, your value, all of that will come from the people you expect the least, and they will see your value because you do have something special to offer. So yeah. They will. They will. Yeah. I mean, I would say our first true client, and when I say a true client, I mean someone that has used us several times during this past year. Oh yeah. Has come from a stranger that has befriended us. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, we didn't travel in the same circles. We didn't share any friends. We still today don't have any friends. I'm being honest. I'm being very honest. And she has presented us to her, like, she is a high-ranking person in her sphere, and she has presented us to her company to use us exclusively for certain projects. And that came off of asking. Yeah. Whoa, that's big. Mm-hmm. Literally, I'm telling you, God has been dealing with me like last year about just being bold and asking. Like, did you ask for it? Mm-hmm. Did you ask for the deal? Did you ask for the contract? Mm-hmm. Did you ask for it? Mm-hmm. And not only ask him for it, but you have to ask the people who are in charge. So literally, I call it shopping my CDs. I went out one day. I had the business card
cards. My sister creates amazing business cards, amazing graphics. Also, if you got Adrian, put your tag on there. If you're not following Happy Soul Code, you should be. Happy Soul Code. You're on TikTok. Oh, are you? Yeah. You're on Lux and Laundry right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many comments you can pin. But
I didn't even pin
a
it.
graphic designer. So if you guys need help with graphics for your business and things like that, go on and send a message here, and she will point you in the right direction to her shop. But she made these amazing cards for us, and I would go out maybe twice a month or so, and I would just go ask local businesses, hey, this is what me and my sister do. If you have any interest in anything like this, hey, we'll help you. And I think at that time it was about just balloons. We were just trying to get income to come in to like pay for our storages and things like that. And I went into this one business and I asked, and they said yes. And they was like, oh my God, after they saw the resort, they were blown away. Right. Their plan was to go and buy some Party City balloons. I kid you not. They literally said this out of their own mouths. To go buy Party City balloons for their grand opening, and that was going to be that. And they said that we blew them out of the water so much that they continue to use us to this day as a preferred vendor for their company. So another thing that you're going to have to do is to step out of your comfort zone and speak to people that you wouldn't normally speak to, because I literally did that. You have to not only shop with us many times. It's very comfortable to shop with your own people or to expect them to support you because we're in this together. But I have to learn to step outside of my comfort zone because my business is global. Our business is global. If you don't change your mindset up here, then you will always stay at a certain level of success in your business. And if you only think that your friends and family are going to support you, then that's where you'll stay. You'll stay at the mom and pop type level. But we are shooting for the stars in 2023. And Qualisha, we want you to come with us. We want you to come with
Get on the train, girl.
We want you to shoot for the stars, and we want you to honor your friends and your family. But we also want you to set those boundaries and know that they are not your clientele. If they are not willing to pay your prices, they are not your clientele. And believe me,
come on, girl.
There are people who are your clientele. They are willing to pay for your knowledge,
absolutely,
your expertise, because it's not, as I explained on the live yesterday, it's not as easy as we're blowing up balloons. No, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. And a lot of these things are, you've done so much research and studying to learn how to place the flower here and do this and do that. And people don't know that they're paying for expertise. They're paying for perfection. They're paying for it to be done correctly and not just thrown together. So a lot of times, just like you're on right now, you have to be letting people know exactly what they're paying for. You're paying for stress-freeness. That's what you're paying for. You're paying to enjoy your party without worry. That's what you're paying for. When you hire an event planner or an event decorator, someone to take on the burden of making everything look great so that you can shine on your day of promotion, elevation, whatever the thing is going on, celebration. Some people have promotion parties, or they have, I made it, I got 10,000 followers parties, all of those things.
Right.
And it's not a competition. Number one, I feel like a lot of people think that it's a competition. They don't want to share things with other people. There are some things that I'm finding now that I would say are unshareable. I would say, like, if someone asks us, what is our exact price if you're not coming in as a client? What is our exact price? What is your exact pricing structure? But for me to say I can't help you with pricing, I would never do that. And we do that a lot on here. I say, this is an example. This is where you want to be. Because number one, everybody lives in a different place.
Right.
So your pricing is going to be different.
Pricing will be different.
And we have paid for courses to help us to get to a certain level of a certain thing. So that increases the price as well. Expertise costs money. It costs money. It costs me money to get it. And so